Hey guys, today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on YouTubing. A little while ago I did a couple videos on my channel called Unusual Writing Tips, and I think those were pretty popular with writers because they tried to give you some tips and some ideas that maybe you hadn't heard before. So since I've been YouTubing for so long, and I would like to think I sort of now know what I'm doing a little bit, I decided that it was time for me to do a similar thing with YouTubing tips. So hopefully for those of you watching, if you're a YouTuber or if you're thinking about starting YouTube, these are some things that you haven't thought about before. The first tip I have for you is to watch so much content on YouTube, and that you've probably heard before, but before you film or before you start writing or scripting, if you do that for your videos, try to watch stuff that inspires you, the type of videos that you might want to emulate or it's in a similar genre to you. Obviously, I'm not at all suggesting that you should try to imitate YouTubers, ever. Always have your own style and the one you're comfortable with when you're behind the camera. Don't just try to imitate Jenna Marbles or Vlogbrothers or whoever you really like. But even if you try really hard, you are going to sort of stylize the way that you're talking or the way that you're filming based on what you might have heard recently. This tip can probably be applied to really anything creative because regardless of how much you're making your own mark, you're going to be influenced by other things around you. So you want to make sure right before you film or right before you write or anything that you have the right style in your mind and fresh in your brain. That also can include listening to certain music before you record if that gets you in the right mood. My second tip is about finding inspiration for videos. I know this is a problem for a lot of people. I've been there. Everyone's been there, I think, especially when you vlog consistently. You're gonna have times when you just don't have a video idea. So I recommend going to YouTube and finding some Q&As from YouTubers. It doesn't matter how big the YouTuber is, it doesn't matter how many views the Q&A has or even how good the Q&A really is. Just watch and listen to some of the questions and maybe one of those questions will inspire you. In fact, you can even take notes when you're not looking for inspiration, but if you watch something like a Q&A or anything where there's lots of ideas being thrown around, take one of those little 30-second clips from a Q&A, take that question and expand upon it. Or use that question just to spiral off and think of your own idea. My third tip is to experiment recording at different times of day. Now for me, I like to record late morning, early afternoon, and that was originally because I need the sunlight for my videos. I don't have professional grade equipment and stuff, and lighting is really hard to do when it's dark outside. So much easier just to use the natural light. But I also find that it's when I'm the most awake, it's when I'm the most inspired. Everyone's different though, so you might find that you record really well when you first wake up, or if you wake up really early. You might find that after a long day you have a lot more inspiration because you've thought about stuff all day. Just try different things. You'll even notice probably that some of my videos are lit darker, and that's because I recorded them at night because I felt like recording then, or I was trying something new. You don't have to stick to the same schedule, you don't have to record at the same time every day, but it does help to just experiment and find the time that might work best for you. And then stick to it if you want, or don't if you want, that's up to you. The next tip is one that I think maybe newer YouTubers might have a little more trouble with, and that's to tell people in your life that you're YouTubing. YouTubing, if you're not a big YouTuber, which you never are when you start, kind of has a reputation of being lame in some circles. It's changing. People are starting to realize that it actually can be a very cool platform. It's not just for losers or people with too much time. It's actually a really fun thing to do, and you can put some really cool content out there. But some people are still pretty shy about opening up and saying that they watch YouTube a lot or that they want to YouTube themselves. When you're starting to post content on YouTube though, I found in my personal experience that once I told people that I was doing it, it sort of legitimized it in my brain. It made me realize this is something cool that I'm doing and I like it and I'm proud of it. It also made me focus a little bit more on making my content something I was really proud of. I didn't just want to throw stuff out there that I hadn't really put that much effort into. I wanted to actually really work hard on it and share it with people and tell people I was doing it and get people's opinions on it. Of course, you don't have to tell everyone. You don't have to go and post it on your Facebook feed if you don't want to and have your grandma and every friend from high school and everything commenting on it. But I do recommend that you tell somebody in your life, whether that's just your best friends or your siblings or your parents or just somebody who might be kind of interested in it. And I guarantee you there's at least one person in your life that will be interested to know that. The fifth tip I have for you is to comment on lots of videos, but a couple little guidelines here, because I know a lot of people will tell you to comment all over. I've seen so many comments that are like, check out my channel, it's really cool and you'll probably like it if you like this. That's just spam, you guys, that's spam. But I do recommend that you find other channels that are similar to yours in genre, and they can be huge YouTubers, they can be small YouTubers, even if they're smaller than your channel. That's not like a step down. We're not like on these different tiers. Just find channels that are similar to your channel in the types of content they talk about or the styles that they use, and comment on them. Just honest comments about that video itself. Don't just say I'm a YouTuber, don't just say check out my channel, don't just say I have a video like this and you guys will probably like it. Don't just go there with the intention of spreading the word about your channel. All I recommend you do is show that you're interested in that thing that the video captures, whether that's the topic or the style or whatever. You can just fill in the blank. Because honestly, if people are curious, they'll look at your channel. They might hover over your little picture and they'll see that you have this many subscribers, so you're obviously not just a user, you're also a YouTuber yourself. And they'll check it out if they're interested, and they won't check it out if they're not interested. But don't just say come check out my channel, because me as a user, if I see that, I ignore it immediately. If it's on my video or if it's on anyone else's video, I don't want to just be told watch this. What I am interested in is if someone leaves an interesting comment and I think, hey, actually, I'm interested in that. They seem like they have a good grasp on that, or they have a good opinion on that. And I might hover and see and click and check out their channel. The sixth tip I have for you is to invest in your editing. So many people get really, really worked up in the camera quality and they want to go out and spend $500 on a new camera, but they have no idea how to edit their videos afterward. Obviously, depending on your genre, editing may be fairly simple and straightforward, or it might be quite complex. The type of videos that I do generally don't take a lot of super complex editing, but I have to know what I'm doing when it comes to putting my videos together, and I had to master those skills that it took to get the videos to the quality that I want them to be. And it takes me quite a while to edit usually as well. And for those of us who have learned how to edit, it's kind of painful to see somebody spend hundreds of dollars on a camera, maybe hundreds of dollars on a mic, maybe even hundreds of dollars on lights, when they still can't edit their videos. It makes such a huge, huge difference in how your videos come together, and it can change the quality of your channel so much if you know how to properly edit things together. And the last tip that I'm going to give you in this video is to have a thing in your videos. I'm not saying you should try to make all your videos so similar that they start to feel like you're watching the same video, but I do recommend that you have a sort of routine thing that you say or thing that you do, or maybe something you're holding in your hand every video. For example, my coffee. In almost every one of my videos, I'm either holding a cup of coffee or I have a cup of coffee behind me somewhere. Not every video, but almost every one. And this builds up some unity and some consistency in my videos. Your viewers want to get to know you. They want a reason to come back to every video that you post and watch it, even if it's not something they necessarily would have been interested in before. They want to see you and they want to get to know you. And that includes your quirks and your habits and little things that define you and that set you apart from other YouTubers. Of course, there are other YouTubers who might have coffee in their videos, or of course there are other YouTubers who might have a similar thing to yours. But if you do it in a way that lets your viewers know this is something that is helping you get to know me and it's something you can expect from every video, then it's kind of fun. It gives them something that makes them feel connected to you. Because when you first click on one of your videos, you have no idea what you're expecting. But the more you watch, the more you realize that person in every video signs off this way, or that person in every video says this thing when they open up their videos, and it feels like you're a part of something as a viewer, which is a really great feeling. It might take a bit of experimentation. You might start doing something in every video and decide you don't like it so much or it doesn't really fit you anymore. No one says you have to keep doing that same thing from the beginning of your channel to the end of your channel, but I just recommend that you sort of try to find something that fits your style and fits you. And that's it for this video. I wrote so many more tips down, but I don't think I'm going to cover them right now because this is getting really long. I feel this is getting really long. So I'm going to leave you with just those 7, and you can take them or leave them or whatever you want to do. Hopefully these were helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments if there's anyone in particular that you're planning on trying now, or if you have any of your own unusual YouTubing tips for people. Leave those down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching and liking and subscribing and sharing and whatever else you want to do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.